my fellow comic book collectors. It's Alan the Comic Collector Geek, and this is part 3. We got this little stack of books to go through, but it's actually books. Some of them are actually not comics, but they are kind of comic related, and I'll get into that and explain what they're all about. We're going to start out with this package that I have no idea what it is. I have no idea what this is. It was sent to me. We're going to find out together what it is. I have no idea. Like, it wasn't something I was expecting, or at least maybe I wasn't. But maybe I have a clue what it could be. If it's what I think it is, it's very cool. If it is what I think it is, we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully it is. I can only think of one thing that's this size. So if it's that, oh my goodness, it is. Oh, wow. This is such a cool book. So one of the rabbit holes that I've gone down, and I go down many, it seems like I go down too many rabbit holes. One of the rabbit holes that I went down was I was really into, I've always liked Betty Boop. I always thought she was a cute character, kind of fun, kind of flirtatious, kind of cute. And I was really interested in getting her first appearance, which I did manage to find. It's in a book where it's like Betty Boop as Snow White. It's like one of those big little books. But I wanted to get her first comic book appearance. And I found out that she was actually first in a comic book format in a Tijuana Bible, which came out in, I believe, 1933. But getting a Tijuana Bible from 1933 is a pretty hard thing to do, actually. So I did manage to find one, though. And when I found it, I was like, oh, wow, this is so crazy. So I'm going to show you Betty Boop's first comic book appearance. Now, this is not authorized appearance, obviously, because, like, you know, it's not like Fleischman would authorize her to be in a Tijuana Bible, but she did appear in a Tijuana Bible. I'm going to try to pull it out. It's all carefully wrapped. So here it is. It's in rough shape, but it is from 1933, so don't expect mint condition. It's I'm a Pushover presents Betty Boop improvising. And this is her first comic book kind of related appearance. Now, her actual first real comic book appearance didn't happen until many, many years later. In 1986, she appeared in a comic book format, which was a 3D book. But this is her first kind of semi one. And I'll show you a couple pictures from it. So here's a kind of fun one. These Tijuana Bibles were very, very limited in terms of the number of pages. Not too many pages. Oh, I think I can get away with showing a couple pages from it. But it's kind of fun. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, no, can't show that. Can't show that. Can't show that. And we're done. There's just like there's only a few pages and not really meant for kiddies. So definitely a cool book though. So yeah, so Betty Boop improvising, and this is a hard one of these Tijuana Bibles to find. Super excited to have it actually. So I have like a small collection of Tijuana Bibles as a result of hunting for Betty Boop's first appearance. It's like the rabbit holes we go down, but it's a very cool one. I'm quite happy to get that. I'm going to put it back into the plastic that they provided. Okay, so Betty Boop. Oops, why did that not stick? Okay, so that's the first book. As I said, this is books. I don't know why. I just happened to get a bunch of books, but they're all key books related to comics. So this next one is a major one. So what happened was I picked up a Matt Baker book, and it was considered to be the first graphic novel. It's called It Rhymes with Lust is the name of the graphic novel. However, at the exact same time that came out, there was another graphic novel that came out, and it was actually in a book format, and it's Mansion of Evil. And this is considered to be the first graphic novel. It and the other one have the sort of joint title of being the first graphic novel. So this is Mansion of Evil. Something new, a complete novel in words and pictures, a thrill on every page. So they're even toting the fact that they are the first graphic novel. So it's kind of interesting. Show you the back as well. So another very major key book because of its, ramifications. Graphic novels weren't a thing until these came out. So major kind of revolution in terms of storytelling. Now I think of graphic novels as being maybe something that will actually outpace comics in terms of popularity. So very important book. Next one is another one that I've been trying to find early first appearances of key characters. And even ones beyond comic books, like not just their comic book first appearances, but a first appearance in print. And one of the characters that I was really interested in and I always really liked was Alice in Wonderland. And I looked up what her first appearance was. And I think the website told me it was this book, but it's actually not this book. But this is an early appearance of Alice in Wonderland. And it's Buster Brown, but it's Buddy Tuckett meets Alice in Wonderland. That's written on the bag. It's not written on the books. But this one came out in 1907. Now, there's earlier books, but this is a very early appearance of Alice in Wonderland. Here, let me just take it out. Let's see if I want to be very careful taking it out. I'll show it to you guys. But it's a very cool book. Obviously, it's not in pristine condition, but it is one that that I did find. As I said, I really do like getting these early first appearances. But these are quite cute. So we got... So Buddy Tucker meets Alice in Wonderland. So it's kind of interesting that it's like this weird weird book. So yeah, just a fun one. So I was a little bit disappointed when I found out later that it was not her first appearance. I did more research. Her first appearance is from the 1880s, I believe. So this is a little bit later, but it's still a very early one from 1907. So, but a very cool book. Okay, so those are all the books. There's no more books. Now we get into comics. I know I'm not sure how many people really like the books, but we'll get into the comic books. Okay, I'm a big fan of history. That's why I get into those kind of things. Okay. Okay, this is a little series. And let me see, I'm going to put them in order. Yeah, there. Looks like the order. Okay, this is a series called Tales from the Grave. This is Tales from the Grave number 1. Bela Lugosi. And then we got, this is the one I really wanted. I just thought it was a really cool Popeye cover. And just thought this was really cool. Bela Lugosi, Tales from the Grave. And then we got number 3, another kind of vampire-y one. And then the last one. So I thought these were pretty interesting. So what it was is I actually just wanted to get the Popeye one. And somebody had it like where it was cheaper to buy the whole set than it was just to buy the Popeye one. So I was like, okay, I guess I'm going to buy the set. So I bought the whole set. And I like getting the whole sets like this. I think it's a really cool Popeye cover. I'm actually going to probably check these out and read them later because I'm very curious about them. So I like horror comics for the most part. So thought those were interesting. Okay, next one that's really interesting is I actually picked this up for a really great deal. This is Millie the Model. So we went from books to horror, now to Good Girl. So Millie the Model. Now this one has a bit of that old comic book smell. I'm like a little bit overwhelmed here. So this is Millie the Model number 12, and it's a great, Good Girl art cover. So it's just a fun one. I've been trying to get a pretty good collection of those Marvel Good Girl art comics. That was one of them. This one's in really rough shape, oh my goodness, but it's a cool cover. This is Super Magician Volume 1, number 7. And it's a decapitation cover, and with these crazy natives along the side here. Some of the Super Magicians are pretty cool. Some crazy cool covers. Very inexpensive series, actually. There's a few that go for big money, but for the most part, fairly affordable. So if you ever want to get cool pre-code comics that are like magic and maybe a little bit of horror and maybe a little bit of craziness, like a decapitated head, Super Magician Comics is maybe a title that you might be interested in looking into. Very affordable, like $40-50 kind of level. I think that's affordable for a Golden Age cool book. Okay, this next one is sealed, so I can't show it. I'm just going to take it out of the plastic here. Is it double bagged? Oh, it's double bagged. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is a cool book. One sec here. I'm going to put that down there. Okay, so one of the artists that I really, really like, and I kind of went and tried to find a few covers by this artist. I went down a rabbit hole 2-3 years ago of collecting all the dates. I think it's 3 years ago. Oh my goodness. 3-4 years ago, maybe even. I tried to get all the Dave Stevens covers. Another rabbit hole that I'm sort of, every so often I'll pick up a few of is Bruce Timm. I really like Bruce Timm. I got some really great stuff by Bruce Timm, but there was a few covers that I didn't have that I've been trying to pick up a few here and there. Well, this is a really great Bruce Timm one. You got kind of similar to Batman Adventures style, where you got Batwoman and Batman just sort of working together, and I think she's showing her cell phone or something. I'm not sure. What does it say? Selena Kyle, right? It's actually Catwoman, I should say. I don't have time for cat videos, right? And then he's like, okay, that's pretty cute. So yeah, that's kind of funny. So Selena Kyle. I thought it was Batwoman, but it's Catwoman. So yeah, obviously. Oh my goodness, I'm such a retard. It says Batman and Catwoman. Oh my goodness. Okay, so yeah. So Bruce Timm, Batwoman, and Batman and Catwoman. Jeez. Okay, and next one is one that I did for book club. I do this book club on Biggie Shack's channel, and it's fun. We read random books each week, and we each pick one book and we read it for the next week, and it's always fun. This was one of the ones that Matt chose. Matt Likes Comics chose this book, and I thought it was a really cool choice. It's World's Finest number 167. And basically you see Superman and Batman, and they don't have faces. Because in this story, basically there's a role switch where Superman becomes Batman and Lex Luthor becomes Superman. And it tells the story of what if kind of situation, if things were different. So Superman, when he comes to Earth, he's hit by gold kryptonite, I believe it's called, where he basically loses his powers and is brought up as a normal human. Okay, Lex Luthor, he goes through life being a genius, and he basically wants to help people, and he develops like this technology to make himself into a superhero. So he becomes Superman, and Superman becomes Batman. Now, in the story, Superman, who is Batman, I know it sounds weird, his parents get killed at their store, and that's why he takes on the Batman title, the cowl, I guess. So yeah, it was a cool story, kind of fun, a what if kind of story. Okay, next one. Where did I put need the, one sec here. I need a little slicey tool. Okay. Oh, okay, another Golden Age Good Girl cover. Oh, actually not Golden Age. It's Atomic Age. This is early code, but not Golden Age. This is just when I like these ones where there's reflections in the glasses. And this is High School Romance. And you can see how there's a guy, I think he's probably interested in her, but she's checking out some other guy. She's got some other guy in her focus. So yeah, so this is High School Romance number 50. That's just a really cool early code. You can tell it's early code just by the size of the Comic Code Authority. It's a really cool book. I like skiing books as well, so it has a lot of elements that I like. So yeah, so that's High School Romance number 50. Okay, this one requires a little bit of censoring. One sec here. I ran out of, where are all my little censoring things? One sec here. I just happen to have a sticker. So yeah, so this is just a nude variant cover with Ray, and yeah, I just thought this was kind of fun, so I picked it up. It was really inexpensive. I thought it was a cute one though. So it says Certificate of Authenticity. It's Deviant Nation, and it guarantees print run of 100, and this is number 77 of 100. Okay, and the last book is a huge one. Oh my goodness, lots of big books in this one. Okay, so this book is quite a major book, quite hard to find as well. This is Tessy the Typist, number 1. I've been trying to get the complete run of Tessy. I'm about 5 or 6 issues away from getting the complete run. And this is the hardest of the run to get, which is her first issue. Just a really rare book. I don't know why it's so hard to find, but just incredibly hard to find. Usually people want big money. Somebody had they had one that was more affordable. Like, I think it was like a couple $300, I think it was, or best offer. So I kind of talked it down a bit, but every other copy in similar grade goes for over $1,000. So I was like, I guess I'll see if I can get a best offer on this guy. And he accepted and I think it presents reasonably well. So Tessy the Typist, number 1. And it's a great train cover. The guy, he's not looking where he's going. He's gonna find out that that's not a good idea. So just a really cool one. What does it say? Hurry, Skidsy, or you'll miss your train. Don't worry, Tessy, I won't. He's definitely not gonna miss the train. I think the train's gonna definitely not miss him either. So just a cool one. Skidsy's kind of like her, I don't know, boyfriend, sidekick almost, a kind of boyfriendish character. But Tessy the Typist. The weird thing about Tessy the Typist, even in this one, this cover doesn't really explain what's happening inside. She is never a typist. In this, I think she's at the circus, and she's taming lions. But yeah, just it's, I don't know why they're called Tessy the Typist, or Millie the model actually models, but Tessy the typist, I don't think I've ever seen her actually type. So just a funny one. But yeah, Tessy the typist. I like, as I said, I've been collecting these Marvel Good Girl comics. So what did you think? Which one did you like the best? Tell me in the comments below. If you enjoy this kind of stuff, please remember to subscribe to the channel. Bye for now.